This is the darkest day in Naruto Storm history for online Naruto Storm players. The darkest day. And largely it is because people were hanging on to this game just until Sparking Zero came. And once Sparking Zero came, which is today and yesterday, I believe, that's it. There is virtually almost no one that cares about Naruto Storm connections anymore. Even me, for the last 2 months and more, I have not been playing this game because it will actually ruin your mind, your sanity, your health, your relationships. It's a complete waste of time. It's not balanced, and clearly the developers are trolling us with how they built this game because the supports do all of the work for you. If you have good supports, you win. And if you have a strong main, and that's it. And if you don't, and if you want to play fair, and if you just want to pick the characters that you like, you can't do that. You're going to get destroyed, and then on top of that, troll spun and bullied and made fun of, and people are going to send you horrible messages, which happens in a lot of games, but not quite like in Storm games, because you can't fight back because of the unstable online netcode of the game where leg advantage and leg disadvantage exist. And guys, I did something. Let's cut right to the chase. I was a top 500 Minato player. I still am, actually, if you check the leaderboards. I was 398, so top 400. I went from 15,000 BP to 31,000 BP. Over 30,000 BP in less than 3 days. But I did it using a live Minato, and people hated it. They hated it so much that so many people reported my Minato, which was insanely skill-based. It's just people don't understand the skill behind it because I didn't explain it. Before I could give you a guide, before I could break it down and explain how it is skilled, and before we could have that conversation, you know what you guys did? You know who you are. I don't know who you are. It was done in secret. It wasn't done to my face. It was done behind my back, and it was done behind the backs of everyone else. They nerfed Minato into the ground and through to the ground. He has the lowest grab damage, or has among the lowest grab damage. And the more you do grabs and grab loops, it does less damage. More than anything else pretty much in the game. And then on top of that, his Rasengan's and armor and all that got nerfed. So in a game where jitsus are the primarily most important thing, and projectile jitsus reign supreme for the most part, he's unplayable, aside from his first hit and his grab, and now his grab is bad. And on top of that, if you use him, and you use decent supports to good supports, you'll get flamed for that. So, the darkest day in Naruto Storm history. People said that when Sparking Zero, DBZ Sparking Zero comes out, Storm connections will die. And I kind of laughed at that. And I didn't mean to insult anyone by that. Do you know why I laughed? Let me explain. I laughed because Naruto Storm connections died about 3 months ago, just before I started my ranked top 500 journey. And the reason why I know is because I got a lot of interest in that, but nowhere near as much interest as I would have if I did it a couple months before that. Because no one cared anymore. And people care even less now. No one gives a crap about this game because this game and the developers of this game either don't know how to save the game or don't have the time and resources to do so. Right? It's off their timeline. Or they don't give a crap about it either, which is probably the case. But guys, I noticed all this. I'm sitting here not playing Sparking Zero, and I'm happy for all the DBZ community and the people playing that game, Sparking Zero and all that. I'm happy for you guys. It looks like you guys are going to have a great time, and it's going to be a lot better experience than Connections, for sure. By many, many times. Maybe even 100 to 1,000 times. Probably, right? You're going to have a way bigger community, a way healthier, better community, most likely. I'm not hating on that, but what I'm saying is, and one day maybe I'll join you, but what I'm saying is right now, I felt the depression, the empty void, and the confusion and loneliness and sadness of all the Storm players. Their hearts signaled out to me that they needed help, that this couldn't be it, but everybody knows it's the end. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't played in 2 months, over 2 months, and I'm really bad at the game. But I'm going to try my best to get my skills back. And when I say that, I say within 30 minutes, right? So this is what I did, right? I didn't play for 2 months. I I thought that you guys deserve better. So, you know how I always do those no support challenges, right? Now, I took it to a whole nother level, and I went through the most excruciating pain possible that you can possibly imagine. And I did no support with a live Minato who's been insanely nerfed, right? No support, zero support to try to win the games. And I played over 100 ranked matches on a fresh account. And in less than 24 hours, with a win percentage of over 80%, I went from 0 BP to 10,000 BP with no support, doing the most skill-based thing any Naruto Storm player has ever done, ever. Because you guys deserve better. You guys deserve for this community not to die. You deserve to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And my God, was it difficult. And I really didn't want to do it. But somebody had to. And I might not be the hero that you deserve. But I'm the one that showed up. And I did it. I went through with it. And I did it in record time. And I'm not editing this shit. I don't give a crap. It was painful. And I'm not gonna lie to you about it. It was pure pain. But something good had to come out of this. And I hope that for those of you that really need this content, that, you know, whether you realized you needed it or you didn't, those of you that may appreciate this, that might like this, I hope I did this for you. Even if you're watching this years from now or decades from now, I hope you understand that this community died months ago. And no one thought that would ever be the case because Storm 4 was such a flourishing game. It was the most successful anime game of all time. But now, probably it's going to be Sparking Zero, and that's okay. We love all anime here on this channel. We love Dragon Ball. And we want those people to be... I don't care. Like, if our community is dying, it's for a reason. I'm not going to be upset at someone else's community because they're having a good time. I want as many people to have a good time as possible, not at the other person's expense. But if someone is bullying or attacking first, I think people have a right to defend themselves. And in that case, people can act however they feel they need to act. Right? I'm not inciting violence or anything like that. I'm just talking about video games and acting in a video game and reacting in a video game. Right? There's not enough communication. There's not enough understanding. This has been extremely difficult for me. I actually played my last Connection games about 2 months ago. And I hit a breaking point and nothing else mattered. I never wanted to play these games again, but you know what? I don't give up, and I never give up, and I don't want you to either in your life. I hope in some way this affects you in a positive way. It probably won't, right? Like it probably won't work. Especially now, who the hell cares about these games? But this is like very serious and real for me, you know? I've been playing these games since Storm 2 came out 14 years ago, but I also played Storm 1 and I played the PS2 games, right? A long time ago. But that's not the point. The point is that this game needs help and no one can really help it. Trying to make it competitive makes it worse. And that's the only small part of the community that exists, and they don't understand that they're making it worse. They should have a right to play how they want to play. That's fine. But them playing how they want to play kills everything else and drives everything else out that's good. Which is the majority, 99.99999% of all players is driven out. So, I mean, that's fucking crazy to me. So, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the impossible. And I'm going to spoil it for you. I already achieved it. I did it. I'm not editing crap. I'm putting everything in. win or lose. The truth matters more than the feelings, guys. The facts. And unfortunately, it's not going to get through to people, but it is what it is. It will get through to enough people that enough people will actually know what the truth is. But not everybody's gonna. Not everyone's gonna agree. Not everyone's gonna like it. They're gonna say I'm a Minato spammer or grab spammer. They're not gonna even see that the grab damage has been reduced to the lowest damage in the game. They're not gonna see all that stuff. But they're not gonna see how difficult it is to play with no supports against skilled players, right? As time goes, because like the game matches you up with your matchmaking skill. It doesn't match you up with your BP, okay? So I'm playing against my skill level for over 100 games straight. And this is what it is. I hope to God that at some level, this helps some of you in some way. We can talk more about the nuances later. It's not a pleasant thing. It's extremely uncomfortable for me to go through this. It's difficult because I'm rusty. There's no excuses, but like I'm just telling you what I'm coming out of. I'm rusty. I'm nerfed. I'm hated for all my success that I had since the beginning of the game came out all the way to the end. The end was the worst part because I used Tamari and people hated that. You don't like Tamari? Cool. I won't use any supports. Let me show you what real skill looks like. Let me show you what real passion looks like. Let me show you how a real anime fan should be. Look at my actions and what I achieve through my actions and not necessarily the words that I'm talking about all the time. Yes, words are important, but actions are more important. And did I mention, I never leave even one time ever. I never rage quit. I never abandoned the mission. I played every single person that showed up in my lobby for over 100 games, and I have over an 80% win rate with a live Minato, okay? Hit the like button. Watch the entire video. Let me know in the comments below. History in the making.